good day to you one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Today I'm really excited because I'm covering a song by Ghost, and as some of you know, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Ghost. There's something about this entire project that I'm very fond of. I've been to see them live, I've covered them on this channel before, and got a lot of time for these guys, so let me just do the theme tune and we'll get straight into it. Alright. Justin Hawkins rides again. I tried to do that really fragile. Not sure why exactly, but maybe that's just the way I'm feeling. Music can be a conduit for so many emotions. Vulnerable is how I'm feeling today. Anyway, so Ghost, whose music has been described as both goth ABBA and Scooby-Doom by their own fans on this channel, have released a second single, Lachryma, from their forthcoming album, Skeletā. Nothing to do with Skeletor from He-Man, and it follows Satanized. Anyway, the video for Lachryma features Papa the Fifth Perpetua, a new persona for Ghost's lead singer, Tobias Forge. I met that guy with my daughter, actually, at their show in Zurich. Lovely individual, and he was wearing the same obituary t-shirt that I wear. In fact, I have to admit, like off stage, he was wearing this really, really beaten up, Slowly We Rot obituary t-shirt, and it made me go on Etsy and find one. So there you go. Anyway, Papa P, as he's known to his friends, has provoked an overwhelmingly positive response, partly because it's the first time the singer's mouth isn't obscured by a full mask. On this here YouTube, almost 8,000 people showed their appreciation for a comment by our friend who said, after 19 years we can see his mouth move. That's a long time to conceal the movement of one's mouth. Another 5,000 put their thumbs up when Edgar Allan Poe, brilliant handle by the way, Ghost, the only fandom where people lose their shit because the main singer opened his mouth to sing. Probably is the only one like that. So I'm going to play the song and react to it in the only way I know how, really, using crude cod, musical theory analysis and perhaps some cultural observations, and I'll probably say a few things about masks and wigs. Yeah, the usual. Again. I mean, that is so ABBA, isn't it? There's a certain period of ABBA that really sounded like that. Detuned to D, so if you'll permit me, I'll just make a small adjustment to my guitar here. Should a vampire rip through every poem? I think it should, yeah. I agree with that. Enough about myself. Oh, forget it. This is what I love about Ghost. Like, there's some pretty heavy riffage there. Okay, it's not, obituary riffage, but it's kind of... So that first... That's a Diablo, the Diablo interval, really. It's 6 semitones away. It's kind of like, it sort of sits right in the middle of the octave. And so you'd think, logically, if you take the 12 notes of an octave, which are the same, you pick the one that's in the middle, it ought to sound like it's halfway up, but it doesn't. It's sort of like, it's otherworldly. I don't know, there's something really interesting about D to, what's that, G sharp, I guess? And it goes from that, which is kind of heavy, foreboding, has the Diablo interval in it, so it's scary in the old-fashioned sense. And then when it gets to the chorus, it turns super bright and super poppy. And that's exactly what you want to hear the drummer doing in a riff like that, just like fucking holding it down. It's like golden era Black Album Metallica. And I know that's a controversial point of view in terms of Metallica. There'll be a lot of Metallica fans who go, what about Master of Puppets and stuff? But yeah, okay, I get that. But the thing is, the one that crossed over and made Metallica the international kind of, like, if you only know one metal band, it's probably going to be Metallica that you know. And the reason for that is drum beats like that just fucking hold it down, allow the riff to sort of breathe around it, gives you a groove. And for all of the sort of criticism that I think Lars Ulrich comes in for, he's a fucking legend. He plays iconic drum beats. He really does. You think it's going to descend there, but it holds that. It's you. It's super interesting. I think Tobias writes interesting melodies, and he weaves paths that other people wouldn't do. That's, I think, part of the longevity of Ghost, and one of the reasons why 19 years is just flown past, really, hasn't it? I mean, that is such a pop chorus. It's great. It's really great. It's kind of like it could sit on a Def Leppard record, mid-80s Def Leppard record, really. What I love about that, so when it hits that, what would that be, F sharp, then it's kind of like it hits it before the one. So when the drummer just drives through, it's like, and you get that little breath where he's coming striking prior to the one. I call it pushing. So he pushes it before the one, gives you a little moment to go, and then you rejoin the fucking groove. It's great. That sort of stuff is so well observed. There are bands that do that really, really well. On the album Electric, The Cult do it, and it's just one of the most effective things you can do. Like The Cult Wildflower is a great example of that, because every chord change is pushed before the one, and the drummer follows that, and that's how they signify the chord changes. So even when it's like straight, and it gives you that bit of space to accent the changes, and I love it. It's one of the things that makes, I think that's one of the things that makes good, solid, well observed, well arranged rock music the most exciting genre for me anyway in the world. It's stuff like that. And Ghost nails it. They really do. It's like, it's just what you want to hear, you know? It feels really good to hear that stuff. Here we go. On to the ride. I mean, there's a way of overdoing that as well. You know, I love the way they're choosing it on like every 4-bar revolution or something like that. If you do it every bar, it's like, okay, we get it, guys. How are you supposed to dance to that? Well, this gives you many opportunities to sort of accent those pushes when you're on the floor. I mean, obviously, I'm not a choreographer full time, but you know, I think it gives you a lot of scope to really express yourself in those moments. Ghost are nailing it, aren't they?
Everybody knows. Everywhere I go.
And you really can't argue with the theatricality of it. I mean, this is a lot of dry ice, definitely a graveyard, and they're all dressed up like scary things. I don't even know what they are, to be honest. I saw this band live. I took my little girl. She was doing cartwheels and leaping around, loving it. It was so well mixed as well. On the day, it was just sounded amazing in the room, and it was an impressive show. You know, like not an obscene amount of production, not that much in the way of flames and bangs and whistles and stuff, but it looked incredible. They were all on sort of different podiums, and the stage design was very, very impressive. And I think, like, visually, there aren't many bands out there that are doing this kind of rock in that kind of theatrical and slightly kind of spooky way, I suppose.
I can never run and I cannot hide. I'm done crying over someone like you. I'm done crying. Hope you're feeling it too now. I'm done crying.
I love the way they sort of go back into that metal riff, but there's something super melodic about the vocal approach in that moment. He's not just screaming because it's gone back to the rock bit. He's still poshing it up with a lovely harmony over it as well. Now that is such a Swedish sounding kind of approach to rock guitar playing. Feels like they're on the sort of bassier end of the pickups, and what's really important is the way they harmonize. And it actually reminds me of Europe. Remember that band Europe? Sort of Cherokee and Rock the Night and all that sort of stuff. It's like, this is distinctly Scandinavian, I think, and I'm here for it. I mean, that is probably why they're getting that ABBA thing as well. But for me, it's kind of, I think there's a bit of Metallica, there's a bit of ABBA, there's a bit of Europe. It's just, I don't know, it's a Metallica-ized kind of pop and rock. It's pop, rock and metal. Two elements of which are very specifically the Scandinavian pop and rock with American metal. There. That's Ghost in a nutshell. You're welcome, guys. Lovely dive bomb at the end of that. It looked like they were playing fairly traditional kind of what looked like Strat-shaped guitars with the Strat-shaped headstock. Nothing pointy going on. But it must be super Strats, because to be able to pull off like a dive bomb like that, you're going to need something with a floating bridge and possibly like a Floyd Rose type trem system on it. I don't know. I need to look at those guitars more closely.
Everybody knows. Everywhere I go. And I can't wait until the day when I'm done crying.
It's really cool. That middle eight sort of bridge section there goes into something kind of like interesting. There's like weird chord choices going on, and it's all like, wow, it's not mystical but kind of unpredictable. It's almost proggy, and then when it comes out, it's back into the pop chorus. Like and you breathe a sigh of relief when it re-hits. It's such a great journey, because it's sort of, it's concise-ish. I mean, it's 5 minutes long, but it's like it just take you on a little sort of some tangential meanderings, but ultimately it doesn't stray too far from that sort of pop metal thing. It's really cool. Key change, Bon Jovi, come on.
Over someone like you. I'm done crying. I need somebody.
How that counter crying. It's really lovely. Demonstrating Tobias's range there. I always kind of like feel like, okay, so Ghost, we know what Ghost does in the same way that we know what Rammstein does, in the same way that we know what AC/DC does. But that doesn't stop it from being fucking impressive. There's a reason why they've been around for as long as they have. There's a reason why they're doing the kind of gigs that they're doing. So yeah, happy to announce that Ghost are doing really cool stuff still. That's great. Let me know what you think actually in the comment section. Justin Hawkins rides again. Again, that's D. Again. What am I doing? Oh well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these 2 videos, and let me know what you thought of this Ghost release. I think it's great myself. I might have mentioned that before. Okay, nice one, guys. See you on the ice.
Again.